So hello, hello, hello. So let's go ahead and get into the chat. So I have been thinking more about relationships, and I know I had mentioned this a while back in a video because I do believe relationships are needed in life, and I think sometimes we don't know how to navigate them well. I think we have to, I guess, pretend to be a certain type of person in order to get the right relationships or good relationships instead of just truly being who you are and also communicating what you expect out of those connections because I've been, kind of observing things and throughout my life and even on social media. And sometimes I feel like that it's like this pressure to just be friends with just everybody. Now there is a difference. It's a difference in just being just a natural, friendly person where you do speak to people, that you do be kind to others, and you're not trying to just be this, connect with everybody, trying to be everybody's best friend, but you just naturally just being kind, being friendly, being nice. That's one side of it. But the other side of it, when you're trying to adjust what you believe, you're trying to come up with all these likes and dislikes, something that people will accept just for them to accept you instead of you being who you are. And that's not always the right thing to do. Now, I'm not saying that it's something wrong with a person who does have a lot of friends. There are people that really are natural, like social butterflies. My son is one of them. He is a social butterfly, loves to talk to people. But even in that, you have to understand that relationships need to be valued and you also need to have valuable relationships. You just can't just try to hook up and connect with everybody and you don't understand what you're connecting or hooking up with. Because I think that's the trap that, well, I say most people, we're just going to put that most people find themselves in because they don't really take the time out to get to know people and get to know who they are themselves, to understand the type of people they need to be around, the type of circle they need to be in. And I wanted to just put that little note out there, just something to think about. Because I know that we all have our different perceptions. That's what I'm about to say. We all have our different perceptions, perspectives, and beliefs. And some of us do feel like, hey, I do have to have a gang of people around me. And others like, if I have that one good friend, then I'm good. But it really does boils down to value. Like, how do you value relationships? Like, what do you see relationships as? Do you see it as a give and take? Do you see it as a take, 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 or a give, give, give? Or do you just see it as a balance, something that's valuable to your life? It adds balance to your life, it adds value to your life. Because this is something that I do want to keep thinking about because I do like to have real community in my life. I desire that. Now, I was a person that, I want to kind of like keep to myself and things like that. And not saying that I don't like being reserved because I do have moments where I am reserved. And that's because, I like to sit back, observe things before I engage in them. And I also, I like spending time myself. I have no issue with that. But I also know that having a community in life can help you, navigate these life experiences and trials. And there's nothing wrong with having somebody you can talk to on the phone, go shopping with, go out to eat with. It's nothing wrong with that, but just make sure you're entertaining the right people because I think that was one of the things that led me to before to not want to open up my heart because I was having all these negative experiences with the wrong people. I was having negative experience with friendship, relationship because I was entertaining the wrong people. And there's nothing wrong with friendships itself, nothing wrong with romantic relationships, wanting to date, wanting to get married. But sometimes those experiences are tainted because we end up trying to engage with people that are not good for us. Now, it does not mean that they are the devil or they just such terrible bad people, but when we look at behaviors, look at ways and why people do certain things, it's not good for you. You may not be going down that same path they're going down. You're going a different way, and you need to align yourself with people that are going that same way. So I know this is a hard conversation in a way because when you start talking about connections, relationships, friendships, everybody has something to say. And for some of us, if you have been hurt in that area, it's like we don't want to hear anything that you have to say because we think that we have to be an island, but no one has been made to be an island. Like God has placed on this earth for us to interact with each other, and we just have to learn how to do it the right way. So, what do you think? Do you think it is good just to be a friend to everybody, or is it good to just be valued by those good people that value you? Is it good to be valued and just trying to be accepted by everybody? And I think the same thing, I do want to say this last thing that I think the same thing also applies to when we try and do content creation. That I think sometimes people feel like they have to appeal to everybody instead of their target audience. Now, I have studied to get my MBA, and I thank God I was able to obtain that, and I learned a lot just doing that program, especially when it comes to target audience. And when having a target audience, that means that these are people that you cater to, these are people that you serve. It doesn't mean that other people will not come on along the way, but you know your true core audience. This is what your business is for, this people I serve, and this is what I'm going to tailor my content and my products to. And it's okay if you have, people that come in every once in a while. You have like those seasonal people that like certain things and then they won't like, other things. But that doesn't mean that you have to neglect your target community, your target audience just to please those few people that just come and string along sometimes. So that is something I just want to add, just in there, just to be who you are. You want to make sure that you have the right people in your life. And then going back to target audience, you want to make sure that you're serving the type of community that you want to build. You just don't want to just put yourself out there. And I do believe in that. I do believe you do need to put yourself out there. You're trying to be that writer, creator, whatever you're trying to do in the world. But also you need to have a target. I'm learning that too. Have a target. Stick to that target, keep doing what you're doing, stay consistent. So this conversation can still be continued. If you have your own thoughts, comments, please send below. I don't know if this is going to be a long video, a little short one, but I wanted to just record that while it's still on my mind and upload it so you can listen to it, have your thoughts on it, and we can still continue this conversation down below. See you later.